Alright, Shalom Makim. All praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, Bahasham Kodash. Alright, double honors to all apostles of JMS, Raymond Stone, and salutations to you, Akim, pushing his word with our sincerity and in our truth. Alright, we so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, West Indians, we are the real Israelites, we're chosen people of the Heavenly Father. Alright, yeah, the topic at hand is, I'm going to play this news clipping, concerning what is going on in Kazakhstan right now. People are rioting like crazy over there, man. I'm just gonna listen, play this small piece of this video, and then we get a preset because these rioting and protesting that is going on around the world, it's part of prophecy. All right, people rising up against the government, not regarding their kings nor princes. We're gonna get that precept to solidify what I'm about to play. Because we're in the time of prophecy, man. Alright? As the scriptures say. In 2nd Ezra 15:1, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, say the Lord, say Yahweh, say the Lord. Alright, so let's get back to this and play a piece of it. Hey, as I said, speaking into the ears of these people, the words of prophecy. Now, the word prophecy means to say before. And for so many decades, starting with the apostles, I've been prophesying unto you, of these days that we're approaching, and actually, a lot of people around the world are actually experiencing. But it's gonna get worse as the day go by.
We are staying on top of breaking news out of Kazakhstan, where a state of emergency has just been declared. Right now, demonstrators have just taken over a government building in the city of Almaty and set other government offices on fire. Anger has been building since the government lifted a fuel price cap on New Year's Day. And now, reports of an internet blackout in that country after a day of mobile internet disruptions and partial restrictions. We'll get more news from RT correspondent Nikki Aaron.
Three states of emergency have been declared across the republic as Kazakhstan experiences its worst unrest in a decade. The demonstrations erupted after an energy price hike, doubling the cost of liquefied petroleum gas for Kazakhs. The government explained the move by saying the previous price was unsustainable. However, this has not satisfied people in Kazakhstan. They've been pouring onto the streets in their thousands in scenes of utter chaos. The presidential palace in Kazakhstan's biggest city is on fire, as well as the city administration building. Police in Almaty have deployed tear gas and stun grenades in an attempt to disperse huge crowds which continued protesting late into Tuesday night. Now, by the early hours of Wednesday morning,
Really, that's the scripture said it, man. Let me go to this quickly. The 2nd Ezra 14:1. So in Salaki 15 verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. So woe to the world. Alright. So it won't be only Kazakhstan, Salakia. It won't be only Kazakhstan, it will be the world that will be experiencing these protests. 2nd Ezra 9. And we'll get that. Salakia, 2nd Ezra 9 chapter. You want to come back to that? So it's a woe to the world and them that dwell therein. It won't only be these, it's going to be a worldwide thing where, because a lot of people are disgruntled at their government and then the policies. You know what I mean? And you heard it, man. People rioting because of the hike in prices of oil or of natural gas. And one of the things that is happening out here in Jamaica, the JPS, which is the light electrical light company, JPS Jamaica Public Service, they're responsible for running electricity throughout the country. They come and make an announcement that, coming January or in this month, you're gonna have a hike in the price of light bills. All right, because the price of oil is actually they're paying more for it. All right, you say for the sword and the destruction drawing nigh, and the people shall stand up to fight one against another with and swords in their hand. Exactly like what is playing out over there in Kazakhstan. Now, will that happen to America? Will that come to Jamaica? Yes, it will. All right, that's according to prophecy. All right, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction draw nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another with swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men. Now, when you look up this word sedition, it means uprising against the government. So there shall be sedition among men. You're gonna have men, just like what is happening over there in Kazakhstan. These men are regarding the police officers or whoever the authorities are. You know what I mean? No regard. Because what the scripture said, for there shall be sedition among men, rising up against the government and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. They don't give a fuck who they vote for. You know what I mean? When all hope is lost, people lose it. Alright? Because a lot of these people, their hope and trust is in the money in this society. You know what I mean? So them not gonna regard these princes and these kings or the prime minister or whosoever your leader of your country is. The sedition or men invading one another won't regard what the king or what the prime minister or what the leader of the country have to say. It doesn't matter what laws they put in place. There will be a higher level of lawlessness that is coming to the society. All right, and the course of their actions shall stand. Lawlessness. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. All right, for because you're gonna want to leave from one city to the next. You know what I mean? You won't be able to do that, man. Because it's the city, the streets also. You know what I mean? Will be so troubled with violence. For because of their pride, the city shall be wicked. See, because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. So, you're going to increase far beyond what you see going on in Kazakhstan. You know what I mean? You're going to be regular civilians with guns and going all out at war with the police. And, there will be a lot of massacre and bloodshed. You know? A lot of massacre and bloodshed. So the scripture says, woe unto the world. Second Ezra, let me get Second Ezra 9. Chapter 9, I think 3 is the point. Alright. No, therefore when thou shalt see, no, it shall be seen. Second Ezra 9 and 3. Therefore when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world. Alright. Then shall thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. So these are the things that you see happening in Kazakhstan, for example. Slovakia, Kazakhstan, for example, you have where is it? A lot of places, man. You know that was in uproar. South Africa, and still is. You know what I mean? A lot of places in the world, man, for different reasons. Kazakhstan is uprising, making is an uprising because of the hike or the spike in fuel prices, man. All right, and Jamaica gonna witness something like that, even even to a worse degree. They're gonna witness it. See, a man shall have second Ezra 15 and 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses and their sword and spoil their goods with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. And one of the things when oil prices go up, food go up because the manufacturers that build foods are highly dependent on oil and gas. You know what I mean? To run their operations. All right, to build the different kind of products for consumers. So with that, this is coming to a town near you. All right, therefore, verse 3 in the second Ezra 9, verse 3. Read it again. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world. Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. All right, so yep. What we says was edifying. We in that time where the Heavenly Father is turning things up. You know, Shadow Amakim. What we says was edifying.